I'm thinking literally here.
𝚃𝚒𝚗 can go to that.
So let's make a matcha with this. I decided to do it iced. The containers, I clearly used to meal prep because how do I have these cute containers?
So I'm really proud that I cut myself off today because this is still a lot for one person.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another weekly meeting. If you can hear my dishwasher, I'm so sorry, but it's midday and I'm about to make my matcha. I made 3 different syrups yesterday to go with my matcha, and also purchased the matcha powder because I'm so serious about stop spending money on like sweet coffees and stuff. Like, you gotta take care of your health, and I don't want high cholesterol. I don't want any of those problems. I know I'm small. That don't mean nothing. My inside can still be messed up if I keep drinking all the sugar. So we're switching to matcha. I'm about to make me a cup right now, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a cold matcha or a hot matcha. I kind of am not in the mood to wait for this matcha, but I kind of want to see how it's going to taste if I do a cold matcha. I don't know, but I'm going to boil my water either way. Also, y'all will be so proud of me. This is my first cup of caffeine of the day. I started my morning out with a cup of tea, and I drank a cup of tea yesterday before church, and I love like just how I felt. Like, it just felt really refreshing, but not too much. I drank a ginger and turmeric one, which just felt good on my stomach first thing in the morning. But also, speaking of church, the message was so good. I'll have to tell you guys about it more later. Okay, this is the blackberry and blueberry syrup I made, so let's make a matcha with this. I decided to do it iced. We did it, y'all. We did it. When I say we, I mean me and the Holy Spirit, because this is so good. The color looks crazy, but it's because there's blackberry and blueberry syrup in here made from fresh blackberries and blueberries, so the color is gonna look crazy. But I ended up using half of that matcha pack because I used the whole matcha pack yesterday. I cleaned my room, rearranged it, because I had a weird week last week. If I have a weird week, I'm rearranging my room. I'm doing something so the week will not be weird again, because we're not doing that. We're not gonna just sit in the weirdness, so we're just not doing that. But I literally had that matcha yesterday. I felt like I could just literally push a wall. Like, I was like, so we're gonna do half a cup, and then I'm gonna make another whole cup later with a little bit of the Earl Grey and see how I like it. But I did the blackberry blueberry syrup that I made, and then I added 1.5 pump of the 𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚗 toasted marshmallow syrup. Holy Spirit inspired that purchase, because after church, like I said, I want to talk to y'all about that message because it was so good. It was based in Exodus 17 verses 1 through 7 about just simple faith and simple trust in the Lord. And I just needed that message because I felt like all last week I was just overthinking, trying to just like go before the Lord, like move ahead of the Lord, like move faster than him. Like, I'm expecting this, I'm waiting for this, I'm doing this, I'm trying to do this, and the Lord's like, wait, I'm gonna go before you and set it up so when you get there it's all done. And that's literally was the message, like one of the messages I took from Exodus 17, because it's when the Israelites are complaining about not having water because they're brought to this like town that has no water, and it's so many of them, and they're like, you brought us here with no water. And the Lord speaks to Moses and is like, okay, just hold up, I'm gonna go before you, and I'm gonna send you to a place where you're gonna be able to get water from. And I just love that message of just them being like, I'm about to go back where I came from, da 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 da. And then the Lord's like, hold up, like I'm gonna go before you and get you this water. But at the end it was just like, why couldn't they have simple faith and simple trust that the Lord was gonna supply them with water if he got them out of so many different places? Like, the pastor preached down because he went over all the different things that the Lord had brought the Israelites through, and it was just what I needed. Like, I think sometimes the preaching don't need to be all that like hoopla. It can just be simple. Preach the Bible, explain what the Bible means when they say this, like explain what this truly means and how you can apply it to your life. And I just really enjoy when people preach like that. It's a bit later, and over the weekend I ended up doing a lot of Christmas shopping, and I wanted to not share you guys with the Christmas gifts that I got, because my family watches my channel. Thank y'all so much, love y'all support, and they watch my channel enough that they could possibly like be watching this right now and see their Christmas gifts. But I'm gonna tell y'all where I got my Christmas gifts from for the affordable. Okay, this is not sponsored, I'm just letting y'all know game. Bath and Body Works recently had a really good sale Ulta, I just was on there this morning, finished the rest of my Christmas shopping. They have really good gift sets. I think they're ranging around $25 to $40. So if that's too much in your price, too out of your price range, TJ Maxx. Yesterday I got some good gifts from TJ Maxx, and also y'all, Aldi's. Why did I find a few good gifts at Aldi's of like very niche stuff that my family said they wanted, that I was like, okay, I see it at Aldi's, I'm gonna get it. And also I got another belt from literally Aldi's yesterday. It's a cream belt, because y'all know I just bought a black and brown one from Shein, and anytime I can buy something that's not from Shein and I can get it in person, I prefer that. But Shein just always, they have so much stuff on there, I always end up buying from them. But this is from Aldi's, and it's just literally a cream belt, and I thought it was so cute because I really have been wearing the stuff that I'm buying, and I'm so happy about that. But with Bath and Body Works, listen y'all, I ended up buying some more body sprays, but it's because the Dossier scents that we just got, they're not lasting on me, but I love the smells of them so much. So in my head, I was like, I'm gonna spray these Dossier and mix it with the Bath and Body Works and see if I get some more longevity out of them, because surprisingly or not, like, I get more longevity with the Bath and Body Works sprays than I've been getting with Dossier. Also, I am officially cutting myself off from buying more scents, but I recently, I mean today, I just today organized all my like body sprays. Y'all are in some clothes, so sorry about that, but this is my crate. I thought I had a lot more than this, so I'm really proud that I cut myself off today, because this is still a lot for one person. Mind you, this is a mixture of Bath and Body Works and other brands as well. So what I did with that crate is, first of all, I put it all in one crate, so when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I can pick the crate up like I just did with y'all. I can pick it up and see all the scents that I have, and I can also read the labels from how I have them in there. But I put all the scents that I'm really like leaning towards a lot these days. So I have Vanilla Bean Noel in the front. This is just a good staple vanilla. I have Fireside Flurries, which is another good like vanilla cashmere vanilla, and the Vanilla Mocha Martini, which just smells like chocolatey. And then I have the body spray of Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth in the front as well, and Pink Sugar for my more like floral, kind of not floral but lighter, sweeter smells that are not gourmand or vanilla based. So I did that. But let me show y'all the fragrances that I got to match with my Dossier fragrances in hopes of getting more longevity out of them. Okay, if you can hear my air conditioner, I'm so sorry. It got super hot today for no reason. But let's start with the pairing. So I got this fruity almond that I showed y'all from Dossier last time, and I'm gonna pair it with Inner Angel by Bath and Body Works. They have the same base of tonka bean, and I already have this in the lotion, and I also just determined that I'm not gonna buy Bath and Body Works lotion for my everyday lotions. I'm gonna do them a part of my scent combos and just start buying back normal like things of lotion, because while it is a good deal to get them for like $5 like I did with this one, they do run out quickly if you're buying just these as your everyday lotion, because I probably will go through one of these every 2 months, which instead of like growing up, I used to have just one big thing of lotion, one big thing of Palmer's cocoa butter, and that lasted me for such a long time. And I just want to do more financially smart like purchases like that. So that's that combo. And then for Musky Musk, I decided, which is just, this is the craziest name for this. This smells like cotton, by the way. Like, I don't know why they named it that, but there's like musk in the base of it, so it's supposed to smell just a little bit more sultry. I paired it with this one. This is Midnight Addiction by Bath and Body Works, and the notes in this are ripe plum, rich almond flour, and addictive coffee bean. But I don't know why in my head I thought these would smell so good together, like the fresh cotton with the mixture of the plum and the almond flour and the coffee. I just thought it could be an interesting scent. If it doesn't pair well, it's still gonna smell good by itself either way. I also didn't get scents that I'm like, no, this will only smell good mixed with the Dossier. I got the scents that I knew would wear as well, because I find that I wear a lot of like mature scents these days, and a lot of the scents that I will say that I look through from Bath and Body Works that I purchased in the past, I think they're a lot more fruitier, but it's because of the time of year I bought them. I was buying them a lot in the spring and summer, if I remember correctly, so it's a bunch of spring and summer scents, so I didn't buy any fall or winter ones. Not that you need to have a scent for every season. I'm not trying to promote overconsumption like that. However, personally, I think that's how I was shopping without knowing, so I did not get universal scents for all times of the years. And then lastly, I got powdery This is the Powdery Vanilla by 𝚬𝚗. This is my favorite scent of them all. This one smells so good. I was so mad when it doesn't last on me. And I paired it with this Viva Vanilla. This Viva Vanilla smells so good. And I almost got two, but I exercised the fruit of self-control because I was like, no, I got a closet full of perfumes. We're not getting two. Or a closet full of Bath & Body Works sprays. We're not getting two. But I also thought Viva Vanilla would pair really good with Vanilla Bourbon by Mix Bar. So I'll have to test these scents out all week and let y'all know. I honestly should have put one on today. I'm about to work out and stuff, so it feels kind of pointless to do it. Or no, it's quite early. I may try the Musky Musk and this one for today because this is like an everyday scent, because the Musky Musk literally smells like cotton. So we're gonna try this today, and I'm gonna let y'all know in a few hours how it lasts, just because I'm curious to see how it's gonna last, because I also don't like super strong scents that like are so overpowering because I go in the office. So it's like a mixture of me, of like a mix of bags of emotions around perfumes, because I really do enjoy perfumes, but I'm kind of a stickler about them, if you haven't noticed. Hold up, y'all, I just googled how to layer scents, so we gonna do this for real and try it out. Okay, it says start with your strongest scent first and then layer your lighter. It obviously also says make sure you're clean and like you're moisturized. So we're gonna see how this works. Probably ideally testing this theory out would be straight out the shower, but I'm a night shower, so maybe I'll just try it in the mornings after I'm like all like I wash my face, brush my teeth, girl, I don't know. But we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna start with my perfume, the Musky Musk, and then do the Bath & Body Works over top and see. But I think they're saying too with the moisturizing, like use a base of moisturizer that like smells good and will complement the scents as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it says moisturize strategically, apply a scented body lotion to hydrate your skin and lock in the scent. So ideally I need to find something in my closet that has a similar scent to these two and see if I can get a good scent combo to like really like lock in this scent. I just bought a strawberry lotion, which sounds crazy, but it does not smell like strawberry at all. It dries to just be like a normal, almost like baby powder scent. So I may try that with that, because this, like when I said, it literally smells like cotton on me. I feel like it smells like cotton. So cotton and baby powder, still very fresh and powdery scents, but not in an old grandma way. But I'm gonna stop talking and yapping y'all ear off. It's currently 4:42. I'm gonna test this theory. I usually shower around 9 p.m. so we're gonna see how long this wears and if I can still smell this at the end of the night when I go to work out later. Okay, that matcha was an amazing pre-workout. I also just asked my older sister if she could smell the perfume. It's about 2 hours later and she said she could smell it faintly, which is not bad considering I've had it on for 2.5 hours. I wasn't expecting much because literally I've been putting on this perfume. We've been out for maybe an hour and I'll be like, hey, can you smell my perfume? Like, or it'll be like 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes, and I'll be like, hey, can you smell my perfume? And she's like, I don't smell anything. Like, she doesn't smell anything at all. So for 2 hours later she still smells a little bit. That's a good sign. And I smelled my shirt and it's quite strong on my shirt, but she was saying she has been trying out with layering too, because my older sister likes fragrances like I do. Like I said, me and my family have very like overlapping interests, so she's gonna try the layering technique that I found from that random perfumery website. It just said like make sure you're cleaning your skin, then do a lotion that has the like base notes of the fragrance that you want, or a notes that like complement the fragrance, and then you want to do your strongest scent and then your lightest scent. So I'm gonna try it again tomorrow with maybe the fall combo or maybe the vanilla. I kind of want to do the fall and see, but I'm about to do my workout. And when we went to TJ Maxx this weekend, I was looking for a new yoga mat because my last yoga mat I got from Five Below. It's the pink one you guys always see me use. And I recently also reached 150 classes on my, or no, 100 classes I think, on the Pilates app that I've been doing for the past 2 months. So I felt like I deserved a reward for that, because getting to the mat every day is not an easy feat. Like, and it's most definitely a personal investment. So I went in to get me another workout mat, because my last one, like I said, was from Five Below. It was like $7, but it ripped immediately after I bought it, and then there was dents in it from my hands and me dropping weights. So when I went to TJ Maxx, I saw this Peloton one and it felt so thick and sturdy, and I was doing the test where I imprint my nails in it and I see if it imprints, and like, to me there's like a really quick bounce back, like barely. And the scratch test doesn't really work because like if it's a darker color, when you scratch, like it's gonna leave something, or yeah, it's gonna leave a little something. But my other mat, literally I was like putting my nails in it and the dents in it were so bad. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I saw this Peloton one and it didn't have a price tag on it, and I was like, okay, my max for this mat is $35. If it's over than $35, I'm not buying it. She went and price matched it. It was $30, and online I think my older sister said it was like somewhere between $70 or $60. So either way, I got a good deal on it, and this mat is going to be quite sturdy and going to last me a long time, because the last time I bought that, my last like workout mat that I had, I think it was a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, and with it ripping and stuff, I still used it. So yeah, we're gonna see how long this one lasts. Prayerfully a really long time, because it's a really nice mat. But I kept the receipt too, because I don't play about returns. Oh bro, this mat is thick. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. When I was editing my last vlog, I turned around in one of those clips and my head was full of curls, and I don't know how my head looks from the back, but I'm not sure if I like that perm rod set. I don't know if it was the mousse. I don't know what it was, but I just don't know if I liked the first day hair. I like the first week hair. The first week hair looked good, but I feel like the way these curls are falling, I'm not the biggest fan. But I always like trying different hairstyles, because I've just determined that the older you get, the more it's important for you to know how to do your hair, because people are charging an arm and a leg to get their hair done, and I don't want that to be my portion. I don't like that for me. But we're gonna try another scent combo today. Today we're just working from home, and then I have to do some classwork, so let's see how long the scent combo lasts. I'm gonna do the Fruity Almond and Inner Angel by Bath & Body Works. So this is today's scent combo. We're gonna do it how that little perfumery website I found said do it. So it said first start with the lotion. This is literally the lotion version of the spray I got. I got the lotion first and was like, this lotion smells so good. Y'all know I was wearing this with vanilla bourbon for like a couple of weeks straight, probably like a week or two straight, just because it smells so fall like. And I'm extra. I was trying to find a shirt that matched the bottles of Inner Angel, like this deep red, and I don't have a full length like not cropped shirt like this, and I'm so sad. But also, speaking of like outfits and not cropped shirts, I've been doing like outfit content just because it's like actually been really fun and very intuitive. Like I didn't realize like how easy it is for me to sit and explain an outfit, but I feel like I need a story with my outfits. Like I feel like it's just boring to watch me explain my outfit, where the items are from. Like I feel like I need a story, but I'm like, what type of stories would y'all be interested in? Like, do you want like the backstory of the outfit, backstory of like my modest outfit journeys? Like, what story? But we did the lotion first. Next step is the perfume. So I'm gonna do it on the hot spots of my neck. I have been doing it, this is so weird, I've been applying it to the front of my neck, which may sound like, girl, first of all, what you talking about already? But I've been applying it to the front sides of my neck. But my hot spots, literally, if I touch my neck, are the sides of my neck. The front of my neck is warm, but not you get what I mean? Like the sides of my neck, I feel like are my hot spots more so than the front of my neck, because I've just like, you know, when you spray perfume, you just spray like straight forward. I did not realize that like that really probably is not doing much for me, so I sprayed it to the sides yesterday, and I felt like that led to the longevity that I got. I'm gonna try it on the sides of my neck, and then like the inner part of my arm right here, I never do it on my wrist because I wash my hands a lot, and when I wash my hands, I get up on my wrist and everything. My mom was a nurse, so she taught me how to wash my hands good, so I'm gonna do it up my arm. And then we go over top with Inner Angel. I also don't know how much perfume you're supposed to spray. Maybe we'll do some more research later and just experiment throughout the week, but I'm gonna do a good healthy amount of Inner Angel. It's a bit later and I'm about to meal prep my lunch, breakfast, and snacks for campus tomorrow. I have not meal prepped for campus in such a long time. I've literally just been prepping lunch and that's it. But when I was like in undergrad, the best health I felt in my life is when I meal prepped all my meals. So we're gonna start that again, just using the stuff that we cook in the house, and I'm just gonna section it off, put it in my containers. I clearly used to meal prep because how do I have these cute containers? Like, y'all know I was searching and I was in it for me to have cute containers. So this is gonna be my snack container, and these are gonna be my breakfast and lunch containers. I'm also freezing some matcha right now, or icing some matcha, so we can make an iced matcha as our little treat for meal prepping. So let's start with breakfast. I think I'm just gonna do egg whites with spinach, veggie bacon, and a little bit of fruit. So the washer is going, so don't mind if you hear that. But while my egg whites cook, I'm going to meal prep my lunch. I'm just gonna do what I literally just ate. My mom made some white rice, cabbage, beans, corn. So I'm just gonna make a little kind of taco bowl, a little salad bowl, I guess, chipotle bowl. Girl, I don't know, but we're gonna prep that. That's gonna be super easy because I literally almost just finished all of it, so all the portions are already measured out in little containers. So I'm just gonna dump them all in the container with a bed of rice. So why is it doing that? That's crazy.
Delete it.
Dark corner, but I started on my matcha. I did, girl, a couple spoonfuls of the raspberry syrup, the homemade raspberry syrup. I'm still trying to figure out how much of the syrup I need to use because it is so like liquidy that like you easily could overuse it if you pour it, because look how liquidy it is, but it's delicious, don't get me wrong. And then I just added a good amount of milk to this, so you can see the raspberry syrup on the bottom, and I'm gonna add my matcha. I did the pack that I showed you guys yesterday that I got from the Asian market. I did a half of that pack so I can do the other half later in like a Earl Grey matcha because that was so good that I want another one. So we're gonna pour. But also with this matcha, I have to use a wide straw. I used a skinny straw yesterday. It did not work with all the preserved like bits from the actual like homemade syrup. But look, I feel like that's a good color for homemade matcha. Like my homemade matchas used to be like mud brown, and that's the, like they said that's because the powder I was using wasn't good. It was too artificially like sweetened and flavored and manufactured. So this matcha, it's a pretty color for a pack matcha. We want a more vibrant matcha though, for sure. This is so good, y'all. Like, I'm not even joking. That's crazy. Ugh. No words. This is bomb. This is so good. I'm so happy I made this. Oh wow, this is so good. Highlight of my day. Also, I wanted to make sure I show y'all before I forget, this is the brand of toasted marshmallow that I've been using in my matchas. I did a pump and a half today with the raspberry homemade syrup, and it was really delicious. But this is the brand Manin, not Tirani, which we have Tirani syrups. And if you don't know the difference, this is what Tirani looks like, and then this is what Manin looks like. You want this one for that good toasted marshmallow flavor. The next day I got my matcha. This is a traditional matcha with toffee nut syrup and light ice. I didn't add any other sweetener except the toffee nut, and there's 3 pumps in this, so we're gonna see how it is. I feel like it's honestly a lot smoother than the sweetened ones, and I will say it's a lot greener in my opinion than the normal one I get from here, which is with the sweetened matcha. So I feel like a win's a win. And also I'm gonna make a matcha when I get home because that matcha I made yesterday was so good. I want another one, but I needed some caffeine after leaving the office and then coming to class. So I'll probably catch up with you guys later when I'm home. If I don't, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Also, update on the perfume. I tried the vanilla today and I feel like I can still smell it, but I'm gonna refresh and like reapply. And then I also ran by my school's bookstore and was able to get some like shirts and stuff for my graduation photos. So boop, boop. Y'all, I just got a class. Can y'all hear that music? I feel like my campus does events all the time, but I be feeling like TT old. TT can't go to that. Like there's freshmen and young like undergrads. I just feel so old going to events where there's like 18 and 19-year-olds, and it feels inappropriate. Like, let me go inside, let the kids have fun. TT gonna go to bed. Also, y'all, look at this construction. They do construction so bad. Literally, look, there's someone on a crane right now. I just got a class and he's on a crane. What the world? That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear me good, but I'm at Marshall's and I was looking for a couple things: a new dirty clothes hanger and then or hamper, and then some more quilts for spring and summer. But I didn't see anything, so I'm gonna check out the beauty. Okay, y'all, I also was looking for an electric toothbrush and I found one with 6 heads coming in with the kit, because that's the thing when you buy electric toothbrush, it's always hard to find a replaceable head, which is the part that needs replacing. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to get some more tongue scrapers. The one I have now is plastic and I know they recommend metal. But I don't see much else, so I'm not sure if I'll get anything else except this toothbrush. Okay, y'all, we're back home. Also, update on the perfume. I did the vanilla today, and I had my older sister sniff me, and she said she could smell me a little bit, but that's better than not at all, because I'm telling you, I have been wearing those Dossier perfumes, and I was like, do I smell good? And she was like, girl, I couldn't smell anything. So combining it with the Bath & Body Works has worked. But I told you guys I'm getting some matcha stuff in. This is the first thing that came in. This is the matcha starter set. So it comes with a bamboo whisk, a bamboo scoop, and then a tea sifter. They're a super popular brand for their matcha, and I've tried their matcha before, and I don't think it was good in my opinion. Like, it was way too sweet, and I felt like I couldn't taste the matcha, and I think I genuinely like the taste of matcha because the matcha I got earlier, y'all, the more I drunk it, the more it tastes diluted. So I have some matcha icing in the fridge now. I'm gonna make me and my older sister a cup, but it came with this matcha handy book, and I think it's supposed to give you like, yeah, it's supposed to show you like matcha recipes. But this is the whisk that it comes with. I've been watching matcha videos and stuff, like how to do this from like Japanese people, because matcha originated in Japan if I'm not mistaken, and they said you want one of these, a bamboo whisk, and you're going to soak it in warm water before you use it. So we'll have to do all that tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you everything as it came in because I will forget in a minute and just jump to making the matcha. And then you need a sifter, so you scoop the matcha and then you sift it in this over a little bowl. Like I said, me and my family have plenty of little bowls, so I'm just going to use one of the ones we have. I didn't purchase one, but I didn't have the rest of this stuff. And then this is the little scooper that you use to scoop your matcha. I think I'm going to try with 2 scoops and see how I like it, but that's my little matcha starter kit that I got. It literally was just called, I think it was called a matcha, oh yeah, it was called a matcha starter set. Just finished working out, and one thing about doing Pilates is, especially with using the Pilates ball, if you have one at home and work out at home like I do, you'll be feeling like this thing ain't blowed up enough. But like the Pilates instructors, their ball, I feel like it is so blowed up. But now looking at it on the camera, it looks like it's super blowed up, but when, like, y'all can see how squishy it is. So I'm gonna see if I can put a little bit more air into it. My Pilates ball I got from Five Below, but I think I literally made the decision to start Pilates like so many years ago, and I just really enjoy it. It's a really good workout for anybody who's just trying to strengthen their core and like get rid of any instability in their body. It's most definitely a mentally challenging workout as well as a physically challenging one, but it's not so strenuous that you're sore every single day, at least not after you've been consistent for a while. But the only thing is that when you do Pilates, you want to make sure you find a qualified instructor. That's why I've been doing a lot more subscriptions. The lady I'm doing now, I really do enjoy her workouts. Her name is Gigi George, or yeah, Gigi, but like it's Gabby George, and she did like a bridal arm series. I never saw it, but her classes are so good, and they're only $10 a month. If you want to try like a month subscription, it's $10 a month, which is quite affordable for Pilates because they be like $30 a month, $15 a month, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But let's see if we can blow this up. It just feels like it's deflated a bit. I don't know. Ooh. I never know how to do this. How are you supposed to do this, y'all? Okay, this is quite inflated. Test is to get the stopper back in the ball. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's better. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It's a little less squishy than the last time, but this Pilates ball, it's a lot more what do you call this? It's a lot more, I don't know, durable than it looks. It's a lot more durable than it looks because we be doing planks and everything on this ball, and I be scared for my life. It's like a trust exercise every time. That's why I said mental and physical. But let me get ready for the day. Today I just plan to work from home, do some class work, and then that's literally it. Wait for our matcha to come in and clean up. I need to clean up a little bit in my room. I need to vacuum the stairs. Not vacuum the stairs, but like sweep the stairs in the hallway and stuff. So we're just gonna do a little cleaning, but workout is done for the day. Also, we gotta read the word. Duh. I was listening to Christian rap the whole entire time I worked out, and I really need to get back into listening to Christian rap. I feel like my Spotify doesn't, or not Spotify, I don't use Spotify no more, not since they were donating to AI and stuff. No. But I've been using YouTube Music, and I feel like they don't really recommend me a lot of Christian rap, so I've just been having to go to my actual Christian rap playlist, which I don't mind, but like I like when they recommend me new artists and stuff. But I was listening to 1K Phew, I really like him. I was listening to Lecrae, KB, Hovey. Yeah, that's what my like Christian rap playlist is. It's not like Forrest Frank type of rap. I've kind of steered away from listening to him. Let me stop yapping and get started with my day. I'm gonna check in with you guys later when we're making our matcha. I'm gonna make a tea for breakfast with or tea with breakfast with my little egg white and stuff that I've been eating in the morning, because actual real eggs have a lot of cholesterol in them. So I like to try to do egg whites if I can, if I'm like in an egg type of mood. But I feel like I get in a breakfast mood for a week, and the next week my breakfast is totally different. Child, I don't know. Okay guys, let me show you my breakfast real quick before I really like disappear on y'all real quick. But I made some avocado toast with a whole avocado. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like every time I make avocado toast, I only do it with half an avocado, and my mom is always like, do a whole, and I'm like, it's too much. So we're gonna see if I can finish this. And then I just did some fresh tomato on top, salt, pepper, crushed red pepper. And then y'all remember this mug that I got from Dallas? I'm now gonna be using it for my at-home teas, because I really like the look of it. It's so cute. But there's also a coaster, like a built-in coaster on the bottom, so when I drink my tea at my desk, it's not getting everywhere. Not that it will get everywhere, but I do need to purchase some coasters. I have no coasters, but it has a built-in one. And this is just the ginger turmeric herbal tea from Aldi. This one's my favorite one to drink in the morning on an empty stomach. I don't know why, because it's really gingery. Like the more you drink it, the more you're like, oh my gosh, that's ginger. But I don't know why, it's kind of good. I don't know. And y'all know I don't like tea, so like we're just gonna chalk this up to the Lord maturing my taste buds, because yeah. And also there was something else I wanted to tell y'all. Oh, I did a scent combo, a different scent combo today, just because it's fun experimenting with them. I did Ariana Grande Sweet Like Candy, and then Pink Sugar, the body spray. But I smelled Ariana Grande's Mod Vanilla recently, and it smelled so good. I went to JCPenney and I picked up the conditioner version of the shampoo, the Dew shampoo, because I really did like the Dew shampoo. And I saw the detox version of the Dew shampoo when I was in the store yesterday, and I almost got it, but we were in TJ Maxx, Marshalls. You know how some of those products be looking run down? It looked really run down, and I just didn't want to risk getting an open bottle and somebody didn't put something in it, and then I'm bald headed. Like my brain went everywhere with that. But I really want to try that shampoo. Yeah, also I read the Bible, and I read Genesis 21, I believe, and I'm really trying to just like change up my Bible time routine where I just sit and read the word, and I'll take notes if I want to, but if I don't want to, I won't. And it was Genesis 21 about Hagar and Ishmael, and it was just really like tea. When you sit and break down certain parts of the Bible, it just becomes really tea, because essentially in that like section that I read, I only read verses 8 through 21, I believe, or 22. Let me pull my Bible out to make sure I'm like telling you guys the right part. It's Genesis 22 verses 8 through 21. And essentially what happened in these verses is that Hagar and Ishmael are sent away, because if you know the story of Abraham, Sarah couldn't get pregnant, she was old, and then she gets pregnant. But before Sarah gets pregnant, they kind of force the Lord's hand and have Abraham sleep with the house slave Hagar, and then she has a child by him, and that's their child. But then Sarah gets pregnant, she laughs at God. God's like, why'd you laugh at me? Sarah's like, I didn't laugh. And he's like, yes you did, girl. That whole section, it's so hilarious. But after they have the child, after they have Ishmael, and then they have another son who, why am I blanking on Isaac? It's Isaac, right? Yeah, they have another son, Isaac, because the names be so familiar and similar that I be trying not to mix up different stories. But because it's Isaac and Ishmael. Why are the names so similar? Oh, they brothers, so I guess that makes sense. But Isaac and Ishmael are both born and things. But then it said that Ishmael was making fun of Isaac in the same way that Cain and Abel were bickering, and I was like, what the world? Like I read the subscript of my Bible, and I was like, that's so interesting. And so Sarah then is like, you need to get that little boy out this house, talking about Ishmael, the son that Abraham had with the servant, the slave, that if I'm not mistaken, Sarah was like, go ahead and have him so we can have an heir. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but all of a sudden now she's like, no, get this little boy out my house. So Abraham gets up early, and he sends both Ishmael and then Hagar out, and there was like, it was super hot. He sent them in like the river, and it was super hot, and the baby was getting heat stroke. And so Hagar puts him in the bushes and is like, okay, I don't, like, he's gonna pass on, like, I don't even want to see it. And then the Lord hears the boy crying and like gets him and helps him. And I was like, this is crazy. And then like he shows Hagar a well where she can get water for the baby. And I was like, that's a word in there. He got put out of the house because he was doing something to another little boy, like little boys do. Little boys fight and play and tussle. But then he gets in like a dire circumstance where he is not well and the Lord provides for him. So the people we throw out, the people were like, they don't talk to me right, they don't treat me out, the Lord's still caring for them. The Lord's still providing for them. But this story is even more complex than that little like lesson, because Ishmael was only born because Abraham and Sarah wanted a kid, and they decided to move ahead of Jesus. They decided to move ahead of God, the Holy Spirit. They decided to move ahead and do that, because the Lord also says, like, basically just talking and like saying that, like, no, he's going to get an inheritance too. He's going to get a part of this kingdom too, because he is your child. Because they were trying to tell Ishmael that he wasn't going to get nothing because he was born by another woman. Well, who decided to do that? Abraham. So it's like, it's not the baby fault that y'all decided to step out with the servants. But also it's just so complex because we're talking about a slave here being mistreated, and so it's just very layered. But I thought that was a really good message about like not throwing out, or not thinking that the things that you throw out, the Lord also throws out. Like, you can stop talking to somebody, you can cut somebody off, you can do all that, but the Lord still cares for them. The Lord still speaks to them. But I feel like that's more character development of like you knowing that just because you don't speak to somebody doesn't mean the Lord didn't stop speaking to them. The Lord still cares for them, and like, you know what I mean? But I thought that was just like a really interesting kind of lesson out of there, because I really like the verse 19 where it says, then God opened her eyes and she saw a well, so she went and filled water skin and gave the boy a drink, and God was with the boy and he grew. Because the Ishmael grows and, you know, gets older and stuff, but I just really loved the way the Lord showed her a way to provide for that baby after them getting kicked out wrongfully because they decided to step out and have that baby. Nobody told them to have that baby. Okay guys, it's quite a bit later and my matcha just came in, so let's see if we can make a good matcha. So I've been reading up on how to make matcha properly all week, and I know the first step is to soak the chasen, which is the bamboo whisk, in some warm water. So we're gonna do that first. I have these little bowls that I believe we thrifted, so these are the bowls I'm going to be using to make my matcha. I didn't go out and buy any extra bowls or anything, because you can get like an entire matcha set online with like, not like this one, this is a starter, but you can get a complete one that has the whisk, the sifter, the scoop, plus a bowl and like several, like a whisk holder. There's like a lot of different sets you can get, but we're going to start just by soaking the bamboo whisk. Yeah, we're gonna start by soaking the bamboo whisk in hot water. I'm waiting for the water to, or warm water, not hot. I'm waiting for the water to warm up now. Okay, and they said you do this to soften the bristles of the whisk up. I'm gonna move the whisk around a little bit, and it's just to soften them up. So I could have used a bigger bowl, but we're gonna use this one for now. Okay guys, now let's taste it. Wow, that tastes so much different than the matcha I've been making. It's still so good, but the matcha flavor is so much more pronounced. Period. Okay, Good morning, guys. It's the next day. My bug bite has went down thanks to the mercy of the Lord. It literally just looks like a bug bite slash like a pimple, and I'm fine with that. I didn't put nothing on it though, just because I don't want to irritate it. But I did a different scent combo today. I did the Inner Angel as a base with the Mixed Bar Vanilla Bourbon, and I feel like it smells super good and like sweet. So we'll have to see how that lands for the day. I also though have not been putting any oil like beauty supply oil on when I've been doing these scent combos, and I'm trying to figure out where oil would come in, like what step I need to be putting oil on, because I love my beauty supply oils. Like I have so many just like sat up here, so I want to put like one of those on and figure out how to layer it. But we also read the word this morning, and we're just going to be calling on the name of the everlasting God. On Genesis 21, in the Bible plan I'm doing has broken up some of the kind of chapters into different pieces, so you get to spend a lot more time with certain scriptures. So that was good. It was in Genesis 21, like I said, still, but it was about Abraham making a covenant with the Philistines, and how he was essentially a foreigner in their land, and he was just like, please treat me well, which that's a good message. That's a good message. We are now on campus. I'm going to show you guys my outfit really quickly. I also have to go by the library and pick up a book after, so we're going to go do that. But I just have this like brown tank on that I got from the mall, like one of those random little like cheap clothing shops in the mall. I don't know how to describe them, and I say cheap in price, not in like quality and stuff, because I've gotten great pieces from them. But I have one of those tops on, and then I have like a white tank under it, my jeans from Shein, and then the belt from Shein. And the belt and the jeans, or the belt and the top, match so perfectly, so do my shoes. But that's my little fit check. You can see the mosquito bite very slightly on my forehead now, but I also packed my breakfast snacks this morning, and I have my ginger and turmeric tea. So we're gonna sip on that as we get through the day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, I got the book. They're doing so much construction on my campus, it's insane. But I got the book, that's all that matters. Okay, y'all, I did not find the little... I came in here because I wanted to see if they had the kind of sunny angel like hippers, but I found some really cute mirrors because I actually don't have any mirrors in my room except the one big full-length mirror. So when I retwist my locks or want to do my makeup, I have no mirror to be found. But they have a lot of good like room stuff in this one that we're at, so we'll see what damage I do. I'm gonna show y'all when we get home. Or not damage, because I actually do need these items because I have no mirrors and it's insane. But they have other cute like room decor in here too. Very, very cute. Okay, y'all, we're back home, and I want to show you briefly what I got. I also am about to make me some ramen, but I got a little mirror. Look, you can see you guys this. But I got a little mirror that I'm going to put on my wall right in front of my desk, because I don't have any mirrors that when I want to do my makeup and sit down, I can't do it. And then I also got another mirror because when I do my locks, I need a mirror that I can pick up and like move from room to room, whether I'm using the mirror in the bathroom or my sister's room, because I'll often watch something when I'm doing my locks. So I got this, and there's a little container or like little base that you can put stuff in that acts as like a container for things. So this is going to be probably perfect for when I retwist my locks. So I'm going to put up the mirror, and then we're going to make ramen. I got my favorite ramen ever. I feel like I haven't eaten that ramen in such a long time. So I got some. My little sister's also coming home this weekend, so I'm probably going to give her a pack or two to carry back when she goes back up to school. So yeah, but let's put this mirror up first. I'm going to put it right, I think, on this wall in front of me. And then I also need to set up this one. So this mirror. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm thinking literally here. That'll be so cute. A mirror is on the wall. The way all of this is Five Below. That's Five Below. This is Five Below. That's Five Below. This is Daiso. That, I feel like that's probably Five Below as well. And then the rest of my little posters are from Shein. But this wall looks so cute. I feel like these are a little too close now, but we can fix that later. I'm gonna make the other mirror. Oh, is it white? Girl, I thought this was pink. Okay, this is white. I thought this was pink. But I think that's okay. Yeah, why did I think this was pink? Okay. Pink on this box, but this is white. But I'm not sure if I care enough to return it because of the color. As long as it does the job. because I just really like the idea of this having this little base here, so when I do my locks I can put my clips and stuff in there, because I be losing clips and everything. My clips be everywhere. Okay, period. No, this is cute. I like the white. I actually like the white. I don't mind it. I think the pink would be cute, but I have so much pink in here that I'm also like wondering what other color should I do. I don't want to do pink and green. I think though I like the purple and green because it reminds me of Princess Tiana. But I don't know. Pink is my accent color because I do like baby pink, but I also don't mind like bubblegum pink. But I say all this now and it's literally about to be December, and all my December kind of Christmas stuff, like my new bedspread for like the winter time, is in fact purple. So I don't think the pink is gonna look as pronounced as it does. I don't think the pink looks really pronounced. I think sometimes when I look around my room, I'm like, oh, there's a really good mix of like a lot of different colors. But when it comes to like trinkets and stuff, I think I have the most pink in my trinkets. But I actually don't mind that now that I'm like saying this all out loud and looking around, that there's a lot of like the like reds and burgundies and browns in my room, and so the pink just kind of feels a part of it in a weird way. I don't even know what my color scheme in my room is though, and I always think if I were to redo my room, what theme would I go with? And I think I would do like an elegant, like kind of classy pearl, probably like purple, black and white. This is gonna be, this is going to be my retwist mirror. I'm going to use this mirror for my retwist, and then I'm also probably going to use this mirror for makeup as well, because look at this little stand, like that's so cute. But I wonder if I should put my mirror, I don't know where it should live. I don't know, because I also really want a vanity, because anytime I do my makeup I'm like moving all over the place. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna make my ramen. I'm really hungry. Okay, it's a bit later, still in the same place though, and our ramen is done. I also just received my second professor's feedback from my capstone, which we submitted earlier this week. So I'm feeling super happy about that. We'll be able to work and revise, and my plan is the first week of December to send that capstone back to my second professor who sent it. She was like, let me know like once you revise and I can like read over again. So I'm gonna send it to her first week of December before I submit, and see any initial like or any final notes about like just the reading experience and things, and then go ahead and get that submitted. That feels absolutely insane, but the Lord has really been with me every single step. I thought she was gonna say literally that it was awful, it was the most terrible thing she read, but I love when professors take a really critical eye to work, but they tell you what's wrong and like questions that they had. And the second professor did a really, like, that's what she did a really thorough job of being like, I had this question when I read this, I wasn't sure what this meant, and that just helps me as a writer to understand where the mind is going when they're reading something. But I don't want to get too academic and boring, because I feel like sometimes when I go on my academic spiels, I forget not everybody's an English major and not everybody cares about this stuff. But I'm gonna eat my ramen. I feel like I may rewatch Ella Enchanted. I watched it literally day before yesterday, and that movie's so good. Like, I don't know, it's just such a good movie. But I don't know, I'm gonna see what else I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna turn on something though. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, so much for convening for another weekly meeting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.